What is up, all you awesome people? I am back with another installment, I guess, as we call it, in me summarizing every chapter of the Bible. We last left off with Cain and Abel and some genealogy stuff there in chapters 4 and 5 of Genesis. And now we're going to move on to Genesis chapter 6. Sorry for leaving you hanging there for a hot minute. Life gets crazy. 3 kids, 2 jobs, it's good times. So Genesis chapter 6, one of the themes here we're talking about, there's growing wickedness, particularly in humanity. And we kind of see a theme of God's decision to bring judgment through the great flood to everybody on earth except for 8 people, which is Noah and his wife, and then Ham, Shem, and Japheth, the sons, and their wives as well. 8 people. And so the chapter starts out talking about the fallen angels. Well, I'll get to that in a second, the fallen angels. But talking about how the sons of God took wives from daughters of men, which led to the birth of a creature called the Nephilim. And the Nephilim is a group of mighty beings or people with unusually large size and strength, supernatural almost. And there's that phrase there talking about the sons of God taking wives from the daughters of men. And there's multiple interpretations as far as what the sons of God could be. In particular, there's 2 main theories that are typically subscribed to. Number 1 is they are descendants of Seth in the holy line who are having eyes for the daughters of Cain. We know what happened to Cain with the outcast there. Going back to the previous videos. The other theory is the sons of God are the fallen angels, the demons from heaven. Those are the 2 main theories. There's evidence to support, I guess, lean more toward it being the fallen angels. If you look in Jude, the book of Jude, it's the last book just before the book of Revelation, verses 6 and 7, it compares what the fallen angels did to the acts of those who were judged in Sodom and Gomorrah, which we'll get to Sodom and Gomorrah eventually as we journey along the Bible. But essentially, Sodom and Gomorrah was a very disillusioned, very perverted place, a very corrupt place, a very horrible, horrible, sinful place. And so there's a comparison there which leads a lot of scholars to believe that the sons of God were the fallen angels or the demons. So we have the Nephilim, as I explained, and as human wickedness increases on earth, God sees that every thought of mankind has become pure evil, and he ends up regretting the fact that he created them. So as a response to this, of his regret, and as a punishment for the horrible atrocities that are being committed here, he decides to destroy all living creatures with a flood. With the exception, of course, Noah and his family. Noah found favor with God because he was a righteous man who tried to live a godly life, as we are instructed to do so. And God handed down instructions to Noah to build an ark, and of course he gives him specific dimensions for its construction. He commanded Noah to bring his family on board the ark, as well as pairs of every kind of animal onto the ark. And chapter 6 ends with Noah obeying God by starting construction on this massive ark, and it sets the stage for the coming flood. So some interesting stuff we see here in Genesis chapter 6. I definitely encourage you to go read this chapter, as I do with every chapter. Hopefully these commentaries, these summaries help you to better understand what's going on as you read. I pray that you are blessed. Please feel free to share this, like, comment, etc., etc. Follow, whatever. What you know the lingo. You've seen people's videos. But anyway, I appreciate you watching this, and I will see you back here for Chapter 7 of Genesis.